Welcome to the third and the final part of this live Hotseat campaign, where the campaign is a multiplayer campaign. Humans control the factions, but then they also fight the battles. Again, humans versus humans. Very interesting mod. If you want to take part in more Hotseats, check out the Hotseat hub linked down below. But let's get on with this, the final episode. Let's find out who got the win, if it wasn't already pretty obvious. Well, anyway, starting this episode off, we have a massive push from the Turks and Antioch as well, putting a lot of Egyptian settlements under siege. If you remember, in the last episode, Egypt did lose a massive battle against these three factions. So yeah, this is them now just taking advantage of Egypt's weakness. And they took them as well, and interestingly, the Turks, they're not that bothered about this land. They're giving it to Jerusalem and Antioch, which I find to be very odd. The Turks, at this point, could probably handle all three powers down here, but no, why are they helping them? I've got no idea. Weird. And we do have a battle at the end of this episode, and it is, of course, a siege, a big one, which I'm excited to show you. Oh, that's interesting. Jerusalem offering Tyre. I'm gonna decline that, but we'll see what happened next turn. My guess is, yeah, they probably had some sort of agreement. The Turks probably wanted that for themselves. Yeah, so maybe there's an agreement going on here. That would explain it. Banyas has fallen and, ooh, all of Byzantium has collapsed. That's it, faction destroyed. Well done to the Turks, they did it. Ooh, Egypt. Interested in taking Crete from Jerusalem, which was gifted to them by the Turks, to try and keep them alive at a time when it looked like Jerusalem could have died. And they did accept it, they gave them the settlement. Yeah, the Turks, they must have some very interesting strategy right here. And what is this? Ooh, Jerusalem under siege. Really, they're just going to give all of this land to them? I don't get it, I don't understand it at all. Weird. And do the Egyptians have an army? No, apart from the defense at Jerusalem, they look more as if they've given up. I guess they're trying over here at Crete, so they're still playing, but maybe they're just so battered that there's nothing they can really do. Yeah, that's the more likely option. Oh, the Egyptians did hold out at that siege, and it looks more like they retreated, if I'm being honest. Maybe they were worried about possible reinforcements, I don't know. But anyway, the Turks about to take Karak, which is a very important castle settlement right now, or citadel actually, for the Egyptians. I believe it's the last one. Yeah, that's just a fortress. Yeah, that's the last one, the last citadel. And the Turks swooping down this way, putting Alexandria under siege. Chances are they will lose because of these reinforcements, but still an interesting move. They're coming down from the Byzantium front. And the Egyptians did take Crete, but the Turks want it back. Karak was given to Jerusalem, again with this settlement trade in Tyre. Returned to Jerusalem. War has been declared. Oh, Antioch is striking out. And Jerusalem is on their side all the time, so they think they can do this. They are going to war with the Turks. That's what I told them to do. Go to war with the Turks and side with the Egyptians, and now they're quite the major power. Oh, now that's interesting. I feel kind of bad for the Turks. Like, they helped build them up, and then all of a sudden that big betrayal. Least when I expected it as well. That's so weird. and the Turks retreating, they're pulling off to the desert. The Turks, they were far too trusting in this. I can understand at first using them to defeat the Egyptians, but there should have come a point, probably at the start of this episode, where they should have gone, okay, I've won this, let's just get rid of them now. But they didn't. Adana has fallen, Aleppo has fallen. This entire region here has collapsed, and Jerusalem did take Jerusalem. I don't know if I covered that. And suddenly the Crusaders are a major power, because these two factions are played by the same team. So they are one. And they're looking quite good. And the Turks, they have no troops. Have the Turks actually gone and messed this campaign up? Are they actually going to lose it? It is looking quite possible right now. If Antioch and Jerusalem can really take advantage of this, but Egypt, what are they going to do? Are they going to continue going for the Turks, or are they going to play their own game and go for Jerusalem instead? I don't know. I don't think Egypt can win. I think they're too weak, but they could still, have a decisive blow in this campaign. Egypt took Edessa? I don't know. Oh, they've got... How did the Egyptians get troops up here in just 2 turns? I did not see these. What's going on? I'm completely lost. Is this really the comeback? They've taken back Cyprus? What am I seeing right now? At first I thought the Turks were going to win this, but looking at it now, it's really any faction's game. They're all back in it. Now the Turks, they're still the most powerful one. If they can pull it together, they can win this, but... Wow. Still, they've lost a lot. If it continues at this rate, they're going to be done. 10 turns left of the campaign. Who is going to win? The Egyptians have taken another settlement. They've got Malta under siege. Yeah, the tiny island of Malta there. And Iconium has fallen to Antioch. Istanbul has revolted. Turks, wake up! I don't understand. Where have all their troops gone? Another settlement has revolted. Another 2 settlements have fallen. Egypt just expanding. What is this? What am I actually looking at? Hold on, what's happening down here? Okay, so the Egyptians took both of these settlements, but Jerusalem strikes back with massive armies. Okay. I'm really lost right now. Okay, I'll be honest, I know who wins this. I do know. But it's not looking like it right now. 7 turns left. I'm speechless. I kind of feel like I've been sent, like, the wrong files as some sort of a prank. I feel I've been sent the wrong files or something. Alright, let's just continue going with it. Okay, Jerusalem did take back their capital and Arsuf. Expansion seems to have slowed down just a little bit. Okay, the Turks, they are making a comeback on the Egyptian front. Right, that is good to see by them. But we have a battle to watch now. The siege of Ascalon, defended by the Egyptians, and Jerusalem is the attacker. If Jerusalem can win this, they will be the main power, I think. I think they could actually, working with Antioch, really rival the Turks. And conquer a load of Egyptian land, which would be so much more money pumping into their front line. If they lose, I think the Turks win. Because Egypt is too weak to do anything if they lose, even if they win this, and Jerusalem and Antioch would be too weak as well, so it would all collapse. Well, let's find out what happens. Alright then, here we are, the big one. Quite a big siege right now. Look at all the little banners on the towers. Beautiful. So, commanding the Egyptian armies, we have Inarius. Who's controlling Jerusalem? Let's take a little look-see over here. It's not done it. Yeah, well. I'm Mickey there. One of the moderators on the Discord. And Over here we have Waffles, the Medieval 2 Pro, one of the best Medieval 2 players in the world. They do have the numbers, but Egypt have the walls and the towers. Balance of power is in favour of the attackers. But remember, this is not an AI battle. This is human players versus human players, where almost anything could really happen. And so it begins. The trebuchets firing, the ram is moving forwards, the cav moving up slightly. Yeah, they should be able to knock down the main gate, and then they're gonna rush through, but then there's the second tier. Oh, this is so good. Seeing campaign hot seat players and multiplayer pros united together like this, battling, it's a beautiful sight. And, you know, multiplayer players, they usually just play their battles and that's it. They've never had an experience like this before, where what happens in their multiplayer campaigns directly impacts the campaign, so there is a greater purpose other than just tournament winnings. And, you know, campaign players as well, seeing the battle, cheering people on, but seeing it all take place in some multiplayer world. This mod is incredible. I do really love it. It deserves a lot more credit than it gets. The gates have been broken open. Jerusalem done a charge on in. They've got their archers lined up. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little hedge there. Oh, what a pretty garden. I kind of like that. And it just opens up here. Oh, that is beautiful. Anyway, back to the actual battle itself. Well done, Trebuchet. They've made a breach in the walls there. They have broken through. Oh, near enough anyway. Seems like the Knights of Jerusalem here got a little confused as well. They thought it was open. But no, avoid that. Be a little careful there. 99%, almost there. Siege tower is now up on the walls. They should take that. Balance of power right now. Yeah, still in favour of the attackers, and there they go, they've broken through the breach. They're pushing on in. What? I heard some gunshots. I can't remember where they... Yeah, I can't see them. But anyway, they're making up on the tower, and just look at them pouring in there. They're in the archers. No, they weren't archers. I thought they had archers on the walls to, like, fire up. That would have been a lot of free kills, but no, it's just spearmen. But they got countered by Jerusalem anyway. What's going on the other front? Yeah, they've got another tower up here, but they're not really pushing through that much. Oh, it doesn't matter. They've secured the walls anyway. Egypt just gave this front up. Yeah, that's what it looks like anyway. What do we have here? Some basic defense on the street. Some archers here. Yeah, they are struggling right now. They're trying to activate these towers where possible to get those extra free kills, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They have to do something a little bit more special than that. They're trying to hold them there at this breach. Where are those archer shots coming from? Ah, desert archers firing flaming shot. Got to be careful of friendly fire, but I think it is working. Maybe stop firing now. They're risking friendly fire at this point. They need them at a better angle. Yeah, the tower's making up onto the walls. They know it's time to flee. Yeah, get them down. Get them away. Wait, is this... And Jerusalem coming through the main gate. The undefended one. Oh, actually this breach. They had another trebuchet which I didn't spot. And they've charged in the back over here. Now these archers, they're stuck. They can't get out. They can't retreat this way or through this tower. They can't go this way or they'll get caught by these units. They're stuck on the walls. So Inarius right now needs to make the most of them. I would fire down at the cav. Yeah, I think that would be their best bet, but... Ah, there we go. No, they're shooting at me, the cameraman. Wait, they're shooting like this way, but the arrows are going that way. What are they shooting at? Like, they're shooting that way now. What was that shot? The Egyptian cav having to pull back. How's it looking on this front? Yeah, Egypt looking really battered right now, and Jerusalem, loads and loads of troops spare. Egypt just held on this front. Jerusalem pulling back, but they've got so many more troops. And archers on the walls as well. Getting quite a nice shot in there as well, getting some good kills on the dismounted Arab cavalry. But there's still the second tier left to take, and then the plaza. If my voice sounds a little off today, it's early in the morning. I probably started recording this a little too early this time round, but oh well. Ah well. Egyptian cav, have they actually done a break out of the settlement and pushed? No, they're just going to get their javelins thrown. Makes sense. Get a few extra kills. Yeah, they took out a few, 4 I think. But then Jerusalem charges on in, they get them sandwiched, and Jerusalem and Egypt breaks. I got a little confused there. What's going on here? Jerusalem up on the walls. I think they killed all the archers. The walls, I think, are now completely secured by Jerusalem. They've got this side, they've got this side. There's like one squad of Egyptian infantry here, but that's about it. And they're coming in now for the flank. So the first tier of walls are now secured. Well done, Jerusalem. Now it's just the second tier. Pull back to the second layer, Egypt. Pull back. Get your archers back on the walls and get set up quick. The defense was okay. Actually, no, it wasn't. They lost 34%, killed 21%. They are outnumbered, however. I'll say they both lost about the same amount of troops. But considering that Egypt is the defender, that's not good. But then again, look at what you're up against. Waffles, like a medieval 2 pro player, one of the best there is, and a Discord moderator who is meh. Now, he is actually quite good. But then again, Inarius, quite a good player as well. He knows what to expect. I thought I had a second, for a second I thought that was just going to lock him out. When it just slammed in front of them, in front of their faces. Right, this is looking like a good setup. Archers on the walls, and infantry down in the field like this. Then again, when it comes to a siege, is there any other setup? Archers on the walls, infantry in a V formation. There's no other setup than that. And what's happening over here? They've got troops up here, some basic infantry, just in case they get flanked on this side. And I think it's to activate some more towers. And get this one activated as well, I think by that squad. Yeah, in case they get to the plaza, these 2 towers can come in handy. I think some of these can be activated as well. Yeah, that one can be. I think that one can be, but you can't really reach it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And some units here as well. Interesting spot. What I usually like to do is put a squad of archers just here when fighting the AI. Ooh, trebuchet shots coming in. Because the AI doesn't really respond to the archers up here. So if you've filled up the walls with archers, just put some here and you get a good side angle. Yeah, you get a load of good kills from that because their shields aren't aiming at you. A load of good kills. Anyway, the ram is coming forwards as well. The tower firing at it like a machine gun. Ooh, they've stopped. Oh, they haven't destroyed it. A breach in the walls. Yeah, they're pulling back to the plaza. They know to abandon the walls. They didn't even get to take advantage of the high ground and the towers. Unfortunate. That's something I want to see in a Medieval 3. You know, when they breach the walls, that's sort of like it, right? Pull back to the next layer. But you don't really get as much wall fighting. I'd like to see that even though they've made a breach, it's maybe difficult for the attackers to get over there. Like, you know, they travel through it slower, the rocks are still there. Like this, like this. They don't disappear, so they struggle to get over. So there's still, you know, it's not a perfect breach opening. You know, there's still some advantage of being up on the walls and fighting it there. That's what I would like to see. But in Medieval 2 it forces them to abandon the walls a little too early. The gates are open now. I've only used the trebuchet to fire into the plaza. Oh, that would be good to see. Where are these 3 off? Come on, surely that's the plan. Get your trebuchets in here and just bombard them from a distance. Bringing up a squad of ladders as well for some reason. I don't think they're needed. Maybe, oh yeah, to get some archers up there. And then Jerusalem gets the high ground. Yeah, that's another reason why. Because it's too easy for the attackers to actually push back the defenders and secure the high ground of the walls. And use the walls to their own advantage. That's always been too easy in Medieval 2. Maybe it's a historical thing, maybe that's how it was. Oh, they're firing at the tower. But I don't know, I just feel it would be better for gameplay the other way around. Alright, that's a smart move. Fire at the tower. They'll probably get... yeah, they'll probably get more use out of it doing that. And as expected, archers are up on the walls with their high ground advantage. Getting a load of good kills there. Balance of power still in favour of the attackers. Yeah, it's looking like they're going to win this one. Oh, a random Jerusalem cavalry charge. Did not see that coming. Why bring up the siege tower? Like, what's really the point at this point? Those poor guys having to push it all the way up here for literally nothing. Unless they're trying to get up onto this wall, but... yeah, I don't see much use in that. I don't think we can cross this line, can they? No, I think there's something in it where they can't cross this line. Otherwise, you know, you could take the wall over here and then just walk into this settlement, take the plaza and not have to bother about the second tier. Anyway, have they destroyed the tower yet? 79%. They've stopped firing, I think. Yeah, I think they gave up. Ooh, now they're trying flaming shot. Very impressive position there. Got to be careful though. You don't want to hit the wall in front of you and blow yourself up. Right, this tower's about to fall. Ooh, getting some kills on the archers there. With the trebuchet. Boom! Just wanted to see that collapse there. There we go. Hey, what's that? Green flashing light. I don't recall seeing that before. Does that mean diseased? I don't know, I've never really used the disease before, like the dying count. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm very new to that. I don't know, I never actually tried it. I didn't think it would have much of an effect. Yeah, especially like here when they're on the plaza anyway. It hurts morale, I think, but yeah, if they're on the plaza then there's no real point. Anyway, Egypt now, they really don't have that many troops left. Look at them just backing off into the corner. Trying to hide in there. Not gonna work though. And there they come, the cav charges in the infantry as well, coming from out of this corner here. I think they got them on the walls and they walked through this way. Oh, yeah, maybe, I don't actually know. I don't know if that's really possible. I think there's some like invisible barriers and sieges. It's been a long time since I actually did a Medieval 2 siege, attacking it. Oh, look at all those green flashing lights. It's got Jerusalem as well. That's not good. If your own troops are having lower morale for Jerusalem, that's not a good sign. Because they don't have the plaza backing them up. Oh well. It should be fine. It should fix itself soon. So yeah, we're just going to see them battle it out here on the plaza. Not really much to see. I could zoom in and show all the advanced graphics here, but if I'm being honest... You've seen it all before. Some YouTube commentators just, like, you know, zoom in to see how it looks, but yeah, like Pixelated Apollo, he does a lot of that, but if I'm being honest, I think you've already seen it. Like, you wouldn't be watching this video if you haven't seen it. It's more for the general overview, the campaign, stuff you've never seen before, trying to have a unique perspective on it. That's the important thing, I think. Yeah, that's why I don't do battle coverages. I do a few every now and again, but, you know, they're always as unique as I can get them. AI onlys, or multiplayer tournaments. Egypt completely broken at this point. Look at that balance of power. Yeah, it's quite in favour of the attackers right now. And the amount of Egyptian banners quickly ticking down. 10 seconds, 5, and boom. The attackers got it. They got the win. Well done, Jerusalem. Well done. A few more turns left to go in the hot seat there. Let's check them out. And well done to Jerusalem for taking Ascalon. Well done to them. Yeah, so this is how it looks afterwards, and as expected, that surely is the downfall of Egypt. The Egyptians, however, did manage to sneak through and take Mosul. There. Still holding on to Edessa as well. Turkish troops have arrived, but they've still got so much to take from Antioch and Jerusalem. I'm really confused right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Jerusalem having some success down here. And this is where it ends. This is the final turn that I have been sent. Cairo was taken by Jerusalem and that ended it. Now, if you're interested, the Turks won. Apparently, according to the organiser, it was the Turks. Which you wouldn't think so, looking at the map. Let's take a look at this. Now, they are the largest power, but yeah, and they've definitely got the most amount of territory. Actually, when you see it like that, yeah, you can clearly tell they have won. Like, on the map, though, it does look different. That does tell a different story. I guess the Turks do still have the advantage and they can be called winners, but looking at this, I really think Antioch and Jerusalem really had a bit more, in them. I think they could have really thought this out, taken the rest of Egypt, put all that money together and maybe possibly made a really good push onto the Turks. I don't know that, I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, epic plot twist. Sorry about that, I got a little confused. I remember it happening one way, but it actually turned out to happen another way. The Turks, their players, I don't know why, but I can't remember why, but for some reason they did leave the campaign, they stopped playing. And that led to them getting disqualified from the entire event, which I completely forgot about when I sat down to record this. I thought the Turks were going to win. But of course I couldn't say that from part 1, because I didn't want to spoil it. So I was under the impression throughout the entire game the Turks had this in my mind. But yeah, it turns out they were disqualified, the players left. Well, they were disqualified because they left. There were no cheating involved or anything like that, none at all. But wow, I completely forgot about that. So yeah, the actual winners were the Crusaders. Yeah, the Crusaders of Jerusalem and Antioch. Both factions were under one team, one house, one group of players. Because some people played the campaign, others did the battle side. Wow, I did not expect that. That was a plot twist for me at the end, because I completely forgot. I was so confused during that campaign, because I thought the Turks won, but that's not what it looked like. So, at the end, it was only really the Crusaders and Egypt playing. The Turks were out, and Byzantium was dead. Egypt lost their capital, so looking at it like that from that point of view, it was clear Jerusalem and Antioch got the win. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of confusion at the end. Maybe it adds a little bit more entertainment, a bit more surprise. I did not expect that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're not... Nah, you shouldn't be mad at me. It was a basic mistake, and a funny one as well. So yeah, overall, I did love the hot seat. It was fun to cover, and yeah, all of these hot seats are fun to cover. If you want to take part in more hot seats, the hot seat hub will be linked down below. There's always a few going on there, and every now and again, I may cover one or two. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you for the next one, tomorrow's video, but for now, Goodbye.